Today's shaving cream, I should say, is Taconic. This one here, flavor is Excalibur. This comes in a pump container. Yeah, 8 fluid ounces there. I have a link down below for this gear, as well as the matching aftershave here. Some of the scent notes that you might be able to pick up. You might be able to pick up my nose. It's well blended. I can pick out not a one. Is musk, mahogany, and teak wood is some of the scent notes for for this scent. It's pretty nice stuff. I've got it whipped up here in a get it turned around here so you can see. This particular container here is ceramic, and I figured out that it's probably for me to keep the banging down to a minimum. I whip it up at an angle like that. I got a little bit left in there. It's not exactly super wet or drippy or anything like that, but it is somewhat moist. This is a brush from Heritage Collection. This one here is an Eveready, I think 200 is what this one is. And there's the bottom right there. Pretty nice scent, boy. It does. It smells pretty. It's clean. It's a clean scent. Yeah, that's probably about the best way to describe it, at least per my nose. Blade of choice today is I snapped a Gillette Nacet in half. I don't recall ever using one in a shavette, so decided to use it in this one here. This is a Parker shavette. It's got the nomenclature, if you will, the SRRW, SR for straight razor, then the RW for rosewood, and that's for the scales there. I think they refer to this part as the clip. There's as it goes for design wise, Parker also has a push type, and I'll do one in future video with one or two of those shavettes that's got the push type there. But anyway, go ahead and get started here. I've got we're gonna put the hot towel to the face this morning and go ahead and use the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Preshave Christmas shave Preshave cube. Also, speaking of that sort of thing, I did notice Friday, I guess it was, that Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements has a new limited run, I should say, also pre-shave soap, Love Bomb. If you're interested in collecting up one of those, that's pretty cool. I think, you know, as he rolls out stuff like that to continue on with producing new different flavors of the pre-shave cube. For me, this scent is very nice. I still really do like it. I've got more than one of these, so if he decides not to make any more of them, I'll be able to get my fix every so often. It started out as 8 ounces. You can kind of tell it's getting smaller. And also, as goes for how much growth I have, oh gosh, at least 2 days worth of growth. And if you're kind of wondering where I have been or what I've been doing, back towards the beginning of January, my mom, my dad, brother-in-law, sister, they all end up with COVID. And my dad seemed to be, how can you say, one that was really struggling with his recovery, was not doing so well. Guess you might say this past Monday. And it started a few days before then, in other words, where it started to get worse. Noticeably worse, concerningly worse, if you will. And so this past Monday, my wife and I went over there and decided that maybe it's time for him to go to the hospital because he was not doing very well at all. And when he got there, the doctors were looking at him, trying to figure out what all was going on with him, and thought maybe part of his problem is that he had a tear in his aorta. And the day they were going to do the surgery, which was on Thursday, they were thought they'd go ahead and do another test prior to, and found out that perhaps just a couple of stents might work to solve his problem. And so that's what they figured out, what was going on, what needed to be done. So he's back home doing better, noticeably better, considering that on Monday when we went by to see him, walking was out of the question. That was not even, how can you say, a thing for him. Walking was not within his means, and the day of the surgery, he's up walking around. So he's doing better just based on that alone. But anyway, he is doing better. But of course, I'm sure it's going to be a slow go for a while. We'll go ahead and get started here. I should mention that while I was whipping up this shaving cream, if it matters to some folks, to me, I think it's pretty cool that when it whips up, it has a bit of a pearl kind of look to it. Looks really nice. It just kind of gives you that impression that you got a quality product. I do like it myself. I really impressed with it, I guess you might say. I think I'll go ahead and go this way. While I was busy taking care of business and whatnot, I did watch a few videos, and one of the ones that I did catch was Chris mentioning that I had won one of his drawings with the one blade core. And I have it sitting over here on the side just in case I need it. One blade core, depending on where you're at in your shaving experience, in your journey. For me, the shaver itself is fantastic. I don't have a bit of complaint about the one blade system, whether it's the core, the hybrid, or the Genesis, and I've only used the core, so that's the only experience I have. But I'm assuming that the rest of the experience with the shaver itself is really nice. My biggest thing is, for me, with my beard type, the blade doesn't seem to last very long. Outside of that, it's a really nice shaver. But over time, I have worked up I guess you might say, a collection of blades. The boxes that these feather blades come in are in a 10-pack, 10 to a box. So over time I catch them on sale, and that's how I've been accumulating them. My dad really likes it. He was looking into the hot lather dispenser, if you will. It is something that I look at from time to time. I don't know, for me, that for my routine and whatnot, I don't know how useful it would be for me. For other folks, I could understand why they would be very interested in it. I'm kind of, heck, you say, quite happy with how I whip up my lather, whether it's in a porcelain bowl, smooth bottom, in a scuttle. I'm pretty happy with what I'm getting. But for other folks, in other words, that really like that hot lather, enjoy that sort of thing, for me, I enjoy the cool side of things. In a number of my shaves, it just, for right now, for my face, it just seems to work well for me. Also, I should mention, off to the side over here, I have my damp cloth, that my hot towel that I used earlier. Usually with a shavette shave or a straight razor shave, I put it off to the side. That way, when I wipe my lather off on the towel, it helps keep my sink water a little bit on the clean side. It's just something that I do. And I think, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure where I caught that idea was John Romanoff several years ago when I was watching his videos. Not that I still don't, but it's just that when I watched it, I picked it up on watching one of his videos, that's what he does. And it made sense, for me, for what I was looking for, to do that sort of thing. There is a lot of lather in this brush. I do like this loft. It's great for painting. It works well for me. In other words, your routine might demand something different. Blade seems to be working out pretty well. I was kind of wondering what, how well it worked, because the more I got to thinking about it, watching. Oh gosh, I can't remember exactly how his YouTube channel goes. I think is Caravan or something like that. I can't remember. Anyhow, he did a challenge quite some time ago about brushes, razor blades, razors, stuff like that. It was a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 type thing. And anyway, he's been tallying up all the results and putting out those videos. And the more I got to thinking about it, the more that I don't remember ever using this particular blade in a shavette. I have so many pre-cut ones that I have a tendency to use the pre-cut ones as opposed to snapping one in half. And of course, off camera, one of the shavers I used the other half of this blade in was a Razor Rock Eco. There we go. Keep on wanting to call it Echo, but it's an Eco. And it worked quite well too. I enjoy using a shavette. It's for me, it's the satisfaction after the shave. In the beginning, it was such a challenge. Nicks, cuts, weepers, you name it. And eventually, I got the hang of it and got better at it. It's just one of those things. It takes a moment. There's a learning curve. And it's like anything else. For me, a 2-pass shave with these kind of shavers work quite well for me. Don't really see the need for the 3rd pass. Two passes work really well. I think it has a lot to do with your beard growth, which way it grows. For me, the typical with the grain, against the grain seems to work quite well. I know for some folks, and because I do have these areas, especially right through here where hair grows every which way, it might be a little bit more challenging to catch all that growth with just a 2-pass shave. That's the reason why on occasion I will grab whatever shaver I got over here and just do a quick little pass right through there if I feel the need. Sometimes I do a pretty good job of catching most of it, and sometimes not so much. I'm a little late this morning getting my shave in, and so the family is already up. Sometimes conversations, when you catch just bits and pieces of it, can be quite interesting on what they're talking about. Oh, I should mention, as you can tell, I have new glasses. And not only are the frames new, not only the frames are new, but the prescription is new. And I see so much better. Things aren't quite so blurry now. I kind of thought that maybe things were, past due to get my eyes checked, because even when I'm working at the monitor, I had to scoot it closer so things would be a little bit clearer, easier to see. And even then, sometimes it was still kind of blurry. So I kind of knew it was kind of past time to get my eyes checked. It'd been over a year. See, I got just that little bit right through there, and just a little bit right here, but it's not enough for me to, how you say, be worried about it. Post shave feel. This stuff is moisturizing, doesn't feel In other words, my face doesn't feel dried out or anything quite like that. Well, I think one of the things I forgot to show at the beginning is if you're not interested in the shaving cream, that they do have a shaving soap in the scent Excalibur. I'll show it to you here in just a second as soon as I get my hands halfway clean. But boy, this shave was pretty nice. I'll continue on with my, I guess you might say, my series of using Parker razors. And then I will do the shave with one blade core. I've done not very many in the past, but I've done a few. But for me, it doesn't hurt to revisit it. And Tony, he's crying. Oh, speaking of that sort of thing, I'll touch base on that here. This is this particular soap size is 4 ounces, and if you're wondering what it looks like, I got this one used by the way of Wet the Face, and buy sell trade. That's what it looks like there on the inside. And what I should point out is I won't take it completely out because it will fall down in there. I've already checked it out. And if you're wondering, so in other words, if you wanted to take it out of the tin and put it in a container like this, you can kind of see the whole container fits down there, and so does the soap without a problem. So if you wanted to take the soap out of the metal container and put it in something like this and use it as an everyday type thing, very well possible, plausible, however you want to phrase it, it'll do just fine. Because I was thinking about, matter of fact, I still might take it out and put it in one of the two containers that I've got, because I think it fits down in there just right. I only got just a little bit of stinging this morning, and it's been like that all week. No matter what I've been shaved with, I got a spot right through here that's a bit irritated. I think it's something else. I don't think it's shaving related. I think it's something else. This Melon is pretty nice. It's taken me a little while to get used to it, but I'm starting to get accustomed to that Melon, the cucumber scent to it. Smells pretty nice. I can't smell it anymore though. It's done and over with. And now for the matching aftershave. Hope everybody's doing well. Times have been a little trying here lately, especially if you've been trying to get on a website and catch an appointment for your COVID shot. It's been a bit challenging. Definitely going to be smelling good this morning. Just a really nice shave. I enjoy my shaves with Parker products. Hope everybody's doing well. Stay safe, stay healthy, and smooth shaves to you.